here. My name is Nee, and I'm very excited to be the first member of the Cecilia Trio to present to you music from my home country, Vietnam. So a little bit about the composer. I knew Đặng Hữu Phúc since I studied at the Vietnam National Academy of Music, and he was the professor of composition there back then, maybe 15 years ago. And he wrote this piano set of 5 little pieces, and he called bunches of flowers of Vietnam. So he used flower as the symbol for Vietnamese people, as we hail from 54 different ethnic groups. So he chose 5 traditional folk songs out of many folk songs that we have. And each of them is from different regions in Vietnam. So the first one is called Springs. We'll take you up to the mountain up northern of Vietnam, and you will hear a lot of bird sound like in this piece, as well as a traditional instrument that has a lot of overtone. So maybe sometime in the music you will hear dissonances, but it's just the imitation of our traditional instrument. And then number 2 is called Rain. It takes little raindrops that quickly evolve into a storm, but then it will pave way to number 3 and 4, which are about love. So number 3 is called Loving Look. It's like when the couple met for the first time and they exchanged looks. And then number 4, called Butterfly and Flower, represents their love, their relationship. And number 5 is completely different. It's called Drums. And as you can tell from the title, it's very energetic, very rhythmic, and we use this traditional folk song to celebrate harvest time. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy this little 5 pieces.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Herim Lee, and I'm very happy to play three pieces related to Korean traditional music for you tonight. So first piece is actually Korean folk song. Shimbo Mountain is a region developed during the modernization period of Korea. So the lyrics imply some conflicts, contemplations, and difficulties arising between traditional and modern forms of life. And the song itself expresses a sorrowful heart of a woman who had to leave her hometown and then move around. And also the song describes some scenes she encountered on her journey, such as swaying trees, crying birds, and turbulent rivers. Also, in Korean traditional music, there are certain rhythmic patterns called 장단. There are many different kinds, but most of them can be written in 6/8 time with some syncopation rhythm. So you will hear those rhythms repeated in the first song. And the second piece is a piano solo work composed by American composer Teddy Niedermeyer, based on another Korean folk song, Bluebird. So in the song, Bluebird symbolizes an external force that made people's life painful and caused some tough times. So the song is about wish for Bluebird, such as please do not come to my home, do not stay in my garden, but please fly far away. As this kind of song helps people to get through those tough times, it carries not just a sense of sorrow, but also resilient power of hope. And the last piece is composed by a composition doctoral student of University of Michigan, as well as my dear friend. So she composed this piece for me. The title, Meari, means the mountain echo. So this piece begins with mysterious atmosphere, reminiscent of the mountain echo, introducing calmness and peace. So here, Grace Ann Lee, the composer, she created various sound effects inspired by Korean traditional instruments and evoked a sense of large space and also imagination. In the following section, I will present more exciting character in faster tempo. And here, piano will play a percussive role, imitating 장구, which is another Korean instrument. So it's a two-sided drum played by two sticks or two bare hands. So you will see my hands will jump around. I hope you enjoy.
I want to wish you guys all a very happy Lunar New Year today. My name is Jasmine, and I will be performing two pieces by two Chinese composers. The very first one is Tianjin, and he is a Chinese-American composer based in New York, and he's known for his piano works, his orchestral works, as well as film scores. If some of you guys know The Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, he was the composer of that movie. Now, before he went on and won these sorts of Grammy Awards and Emmy Awards for these pieces, he first started off in Shanghai, or in Beijing, sorry, where he first composed this piece called The 8 Memories in Watercolor, Opus 1. This is his very first piano work that he has composed at this time of study, and today I will be performing 5 selections of these pieces. 3 of these 5 are based on folk songs. The very first one is called Missing Moon, and at this time of his study, he was very homesick and he really longed for the energy of his village, the children, the music, and the family members that he had. So this whole set is dedicated as a tribute or a diary of longing for home. So starting off first, we have a very atmospheric type of piece. Before we move into our second one called Staccato Beams. Staccato Beams represent the children of his village, where they are very energetic and running around all over the place. The third one is called Herd Boy Song, and this type of folk song was sung in the mountains. And then we move on to Floating Clouds, which will be a piece that purely in Chinese translates to "do not worry" and just exist in the sky very beautifully. And lastly, we finish off with Sun Rain, and Sun Rain is a celebratory piece. This was written in tribute to the Chinese festival, the Water Splashing Festival, and it's a very important holiday in China where they ring in the New Year. The last piece that I will perform is called Colorful Clouds Chasing the Moon, and this was arranged by Wang Junzhong, and he based this off of an orchestral piece written by 2 Chinese composers, so you will hear a lot of Chinese instruments imitated in this. The origin of this story is based on a legend where the immortal being in China flew to the sky and is riding colorful clouds on her way to the Moon Palace. So, I hope you enjoy. about us and how we came to be. Last summer, we had the chance to fly together to Italy and to attend the Sicily International Piano Music Festival. And through there, we deepened our friendship. We created many memories together where we were eating a lot, we were performing a lot, and we were traveling a lot. When we came back from Italy, we weren't performing together as much or traveling together, but we did eat a lot together. So, over one of our meals, actually it was Korean barbecue, we actually came up with the idea to start the Lunar New Year piano concert series, and featuring us as the very first time this year. So this really means a lot to us to be invited here today. So a little bit about our last piece.
So one of our dear friends, Bing, the composer of the last piece, he's really excited about this idea of putting all the cultures together. So he wrote for us a piece for piano six hands, and it's titled The Wood Dragon, which is the animal of this year. So the wood is one of the 5 elements that we have in Asian culture, and it represents vitality and energy. And for the dragon, it represents creativity and intelligence. So you will hear a lot of playfulness and wittiness in the music. So now Haydn will talk about the 3 traditional folk songs that Bing take to this piece.
So, first we will introduce a Chinese folk song. The title is Riding in Spring. So as we can imagine, riding horses in spring, the melody sounds very cheerful and alive. Thank you. And then we move on to the Vietnamese song, Drums. So actually this is the last piece of what me performed tonight. So it's about celebrating the harvest. So it has very energetic and like rhythmic character. Thank you. And then lastly, we will introduce the Korean song, Arirang. So in this song, we say that although we are climbing the hills, which is painful, but at last we will get through, so stay hopeful. After all, these 3 songs will be happily intermingled like us, so please join us for this last piece.
take you to the Bloomfield Township Library, School of Music, and then the Excel program, as well as Dr. Chen for giving us this opportunity to perform today. eZodiac is an organization that highlights Asian music and Asian composer. We're currently working on a project that we are commissioning a different Asian composer every year to reflecting the 12th Chinese zodiac sign. So we will be having our premiere concert this year for featuring the work by a student from the University of Indiana for the piece for Year of the Dragon on April 7th at 2 p.m. at the University of Michigan campus. So tonight we'll be playing a melody of traditional Chinese music that are things that you'll hear around Chinese New Year, and the things that we traditionally play for the music for this time of year. So, and thank you so much for the wonderful musicians that are here today. I really appreciate you guys to be here, take the time out of your busy schedule to perform here. We're also taking donations for our organization, so you can feel free, if you feel inclined to do so, you can visit our website. You just Google us, eZodiac Music, or scan this QR code right here for any donation we're taking. We really appreciate that. You can follow us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and as well as visiting our website for any more information for upcoming performances. So thank you so much and enjoy your music.